Jeff is recuperating from a broken leg in his apartment. Just imagine the situation of a man who is wearing a cast from waist till the ankle. An entire day he has to sit on the chair with his leg resting on the bed near the chair. And what is he doing to break the monotony? It is watching his neighbors out of his window, and gosh, it's a time pass. There is a girl who the entire day dances in bikini. There is a woman who imitates as if she is with a companion, though she is alone. Then there is a family where the wife is bedridden and man sells jewelry. Then there is a newlywed couple. There is a piano player in another flat. There is a couple with a dog who sleeps in the balcony. And there is a woman who is a statue creator or a sculptor. This is how Jeff spends his days. He not only watches them, yet forms some opinion about everyone after watching them. Jeff is being courted by Lisa, a model, and Stella is his nurse. Lisa continuously persuades him to marry her, and Stella too persuades him to settle down. Yet, he is in no mood to relent to both of them. Lisa is too good for him, and this is what he repeats to Stella. The couple, wherein man is the salesman and wife is bedridden, there is an altercation between them. And suddenly wife disappears, which Jeff observes. His suspicion grows stronger when the man on a rainy night carries suitcase several times in and out of the room, and next day he is seen wrapping a saw and a knife. He reveals this to Lisa and Stella, and they both, earlier having not been interested, are now assisting him in his cause. Jeff also calls his detective friend, though he rebukes to interfere, pointing the entire matter a coincidence as the salesman's wife may be out of town. Though Jeff confronts the salesman by sending a fake letter, which upon receiving he seems disturbed, and this is noticed by Jeff from his window. Also, Lisa enters salesman's apartment and salesman suspects involvement of Jeff. So he in night enters Jeff's apartment and tries to throw him out of window. Neighbor and police come to Jeff's rescue, and the salesman is found guilty of his wife's murder. This movie is Hitchcock's one of the most successful movies wherein the story is linear and has discernible conclusion without much of a puzzle, like The Crows or Psycho. Of course, voyeurism is a theme, which is a very broad subject. In fact, when we talk to someone staringly or while talking continuously giggle and makes gestures, that is also voyeurism, yet it has clear connotation when the idea of public affection takes extreme shape and has some element of exhibitionism to it. The theme of loneliness is too stark too. If we talk about Jeff, he is alone and like his loneliness, whereas Lisa is kind of forcing herself upon Jeff, and they both have their reasons. Then the neighbors, out of their loneliness, are either a dancer or a musician or a sculptor, or turns out to be a murderer. The dancer openly showcases her body, another couple sleeps in balcony, and a lady fakes companionship, and when finds a mate, feels humiliated, and in turn humiliates the gigolo. The film also talks about how a skilled detective who cannot solve a murder case and the same case is solved by a journalist, so here peeping in the windows gets credibility. The movie also showcases the domination of females in a highly male-dominated society. The dancing girl openly showcases her body without a regret, kisses one male in front of others without worrying. Then there is other woman who basks in sun openly. Then there are girls who undresses themselves on terrace to be watched by helicopters. So there are more successful women stories rather than man stories in the movie. And this emphaticness of women turns out to be the bone of contention between salesman and his wife, wherein he ends up killing her. A day before this incident, she raised her voice. Also, the movie talks about women's sensibilities and courage loudly. Jeff's friends, who is a detective, completely neglects Jeff's inquisitiveness. Though Lisa first dispatches a letter in the salesman's home and even breaks in the salesman's house and is caught by police, and the story finds the denouement. Men who makes things are shown more cautious, like Jeff and the detective, whereas women who are aggressive and could be vulnerable are shown brave and decision makers. The story of film is immortal. This is such a story which can again and again be made into a film, and it is linear, simple, yet garners attention. There are several movies made on snooping neighbors, though could be a first and successful among others. It's a classic. The treatment of subject is tactfully done, due to which one would want to watch the movie again and again. The opening scene wherein the entire apartment set is shown in one shot, wherein the shot passes through different windows, is a great work, and this technique is used several times in the movie. Shooting windows can again be tricky, that it has been done artistically. To focus on the characters, the long shot is very wisely done. Those scenes are like canvases. In fact, the entire setup is complex and intriguing. Film never moves away from Jeff's house or views from Jeff's window, so the name of the film, Rear Window, giving us window glimpses. There are several films. A recent one is The Voyeurs. There is Disturbia, The Women in the Window. Please tell me how you like this analysis. Leave comments. See you in the next video.